Well, I guess we'll start with who am I? What do I do? My name is Crystian. I run the channel Crystian Goes Fast on YouTube, and I am a small car YouTuber. Originally, I started my channel. Well, I don't just do cars. I do cars, motorcycles. Sometimes I play video games. I also like to do life stories, vlogs. Really, just about anything. I also, while I was in high school, I developed a passion for singing and performing. So that's one of my talents. But seeing how there isn't really a good way to sing and do music on YouTube unless you want copyright strikes or write your own music, I kind of have had to dial that back a little bit. Anyway, what I really do is I want to show that you can be into cars and motorcycles and you can build nice ones and you can go fast on a budget. Not cutting corners and doing cheap stuff, but actually building stuff and making really cool things and making things look nice without spending a lot of money. A lot of car YouTubers and a lot of YouTubers in general now that I've watched and I've noticed seem to have this idea that you need to have money to be into cars. And there's a lot of them that say, "Oh no, you don't," but there's been several YouTubers who I've noticed, and just from the way that they act and the way that every time something happens to their car or their motorcycle or whatever, it's, "I've got to take this to the shop to get it fixed." And I think that's a load of crap. I mean, to me personally, seeing that, it makes me think, oh, they wouldn't be anywhere if they didn't have their money. So, I'm here to prove that you can be somewhere without money. Of course, you need to have a little bit of money, but you don't need a $200,000 McLaren to go fast. And you don't need a fully built car built by a shop or tuner to go fast. You don't need to drop a lot of money to go fast, to have fun, to drive something that looks nice. I mean, my projects. Let's go over my projects real fast. I have the Bandit, Suzuki Bandit 1200. I bought that thing for $500. I then put another 50 into it. So I'm at 550 for an over a liter bike. Most people, they're spending multiple grand to get theirs. Of course, you have some people who buy smart, who buy used and can fix it up. But the vast majority of people who own Gixxers, um, just the big bikes, they end up spending a lot of money on them. My next project is a custom built Honda Bobber 450 hardtail. I I feel like I kind of cheated on this bike because I bought it from my brother and he didn't pay very much for it, so he didn't want very much for it. So I traded him some work on his Camaro that he sold and $100. So I bought that bike for $100 plus some work, which I will just throw out as a cost because it really didn't cost me much of anything to do it. So $100. I then spent probably another 100 wiring in new rear blinkers, rebuilding the front master cylinder, and just basic maintenance and making it better. I then refinished the gas tank in a gloss black, and I'm working on refinishing the front fender, also in gloss black. I'm going to be about 200, maybe a little bit over 200 to have that bike completed. Which, if you watch some of my videos, and hopefully I'll have another video out on it pretty soon, and I'll show you, it's a nice bike. My next project, my 1963 Oldsmobile. This seems to be a channel favorite among my cars. I purchased it originally for $1,100. That's the most I've ever spent on a vehicle. When I bought it, the paint was faded, there was some surface rust on it, the engine wasn't running very well, the radiator didn't work, it was overheating, the tires were a mix of bias and ply and radials, which is completely illegal. I got those fixed up, refinished the steel wheels, put winter tires on them, purchased a more muscle looking tire or wheel, put tires on that, threw the tires and wheels on it, painted it satin white, and now I have a satin white with custom wheels 63 muscle car with a perfectly operating 394 big block. And I love that thing. And I got it appraised at around 15 grand. I built a 15 grand car in my driveway, and I have a little bit less than 5 grand into it when it's all said and done. But that's with custom parts, that's with the wheels and tires, both sets of wheels and tires, and a brand new radiator that'll support up to 800 horsepower. I don't plan on going that far with it. I want to keep it mostly original, but it can. My next project, 1993 automatic front-wheel drive Subaru Legacy. I got this car from a friend of mine. He was a transfer student, and he was going back to where he lived, Australia. And he bought this car and got into a wreck with it later. And he eventually kind of said, you know, if you can just take it off my hands, you can have it. So I got that. And it doesn't seem very special. You know, it's a front-wheel drive automatic. But then I had a friend who was parting out his 1990 Subaru. So I have 90% of the parts to turbo it, all-wheel drive swap it, with a fully redone, like brand new bushings, all the best stuff, 5-speed all-wheel drive. And that car is going to be awesome. But first I need to convert it from automatic to manual, and then from front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive, and then NA to turbo. And that's going to be a big job. But you know what? Who cares? I'm down for big jobs, because it's going to be a cool car in the end. I then need to respray it. Well, first I need to fix the damage that was done from the crash when my friend owned it. Then I need to respray it, and I'm going to finish it, and hopefully it'll look nice. If not, then I've got more work to do. My next project is a 89 BMW 735 E32. This, I'm not exactly sure where I want to go with it. I kind of want to go, I'm going in between doing a drift car and a street car. Of course, with a street car, it would be full interior, it would be all the luxuries and everything, but it would be LSD. It would have minor upgrades, and it would make it handle and perform a lot better, but it'd still be very comfortable. If I went full drift car with it, it would be stripped interior, welded diff, more power adders, coilovers, if I can find them. That's, since it's not an E36, they don't really make parts for, or at least performance parts for BMWs back then other than the E36 and E30. So that's been a little bit of a struggle for me, but depending on where I go with it, who knows. Either way, I'm Crystian Goes Fast. Thank you for watching. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I am a family-friendly channel. There's never been a single curse word out of my mouth on this channel. The only times that there has been language on the channel is when I live streamed Infamous Second Son. That has a couple bits of minor language in it. But other than that, channel's squeaky clean. I guess the only problem is the fact that I'm at around 60 subscribers. So if you could why can't I talk this morning? If you could subscribe, like the video, share it, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. It would really, really help out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Crystian Goes Fast, and I'll see you next time.